important day in office, and being of course a Tuesday, a lot of things expected to roll out and a lot of discussions to talk about. But all in all, you know what exactly has always been a problem in our Tuesdays, and a lot of things that probably keep coming up here and there, a lot of things that probably also have challenges. My name is Owen Ezaga. I have a lot that we shall be discussing, mostly internationally, because yesterday Portugal also had a chance to make sure that they got themselves through after, of course, penalty shootouts that went in, and Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, emotionally shedding tears because of the penalty that he wasted in there. And then France also advancing to the quarterfinals means a lot after beating Belgium by 1 goal. Of course, a goal that came through Jan Vertonghen, who made that own goal, but of course Kolo Muani was the guy in charge of taking or bringing that pressure to the team. All in all, those are some of the top stories that we shall be talking about now. Of course, Susie is right here with me, and we'll be discussing a lot courtesy of that is the whistle time right here. Good afternoon, Susie.
Good afternoon, Owen. Good afternoon, viewer, wherever you could be catching us from. Would like to say you're most welcome to. There is a whistle time. We'll be driving with you from right about now up to there is 3 p.m. of course, where we discuss everything sports. Surprisingly, Diego yesterday said his idol is Willian Ronwens, the guy who had the most saves in there is the AFCON, the South African goalkeeper for Bafana Bafana in there. Quite very impressive and interesting. And then somehow Uganda gets to name a full squad to take part in the Olympics 2024. Some of the names look very familiar, the likes of Dradrigatom and the rest who recently, of course, did win in medals in there. And a couple of stories that, of course, will go down.
We should be talking about, of course, the transfer speculations moving since for Uganda it's first that opened. But at the same time, we also did see a lot of things. Now, of course, one of the biggest talk is the man by the names of Emmanuel Ajo, who, of course, was one name to talk about for the team of Busoga United. But as right now, FUFA had summoned him into their books because he is indicating, or his indications are, he's both in the club of NEC Football Club and also Chitara Football Club, Sports Club Villa, something which is so funny. FUFA had to summon him to see that they discuss a lot of things with him about that. I think decisions shall be made, but all in all, that's a very bad signature that probably he has made in there. But again, you would say players are always not frank and not honest about what exactly comes right there, because there are a lot of things that come 1, 2, 3 from different partners, from different people right about these things. And reports about also transfers still moving in very well. Before we get to there, yesterday we were just like said, told Arua City dominated a lot in the West Nile, of course, secondary school finals. I don't know whether you got an update about that.
In the finals, we did see Mvara, of course, going. Mvara went in the finals with there is Arua Public, where we did see, of course, Arua Public emerging in the overall winners with 40 plus and beating Mvara, I think, on 22 on 40, and then the trophy, of course, came down to Arua City in the hands of Arua Public, who are the reigning champions, and they did defend in the trophy in there. The finals was, of course, an Arua City derby in there, which definitely makes us very proud for the schools that went in there to represent, just like in first time, where we did see football also was dominated by our own Arua City Giant schools. And it turns out that netball also, the trophy came down to Arua City, which is at Arua Public Senior Secondary School.
Yeah, a very big one, of course. Not only that, of course, Benson gave a couple of lists that came through. Of course, Mvara also getting something to their names yet again, and an accolade. So it's a big one to see that teams really doing well. Ombachi winning it in the basketball, of course, the notch that tried very much to see that things work out for them, and indeed indeed, they tried pushing very, very well. So it's one of the biggest things that one would always want to talk about, how the teams are probably pushed in there, how the teams went on very well. But all in all, I think that's a good one because Arua has a lot. Now, other schools have to up their game because our city has done a lot that they need to really push to make sure things work out. When we leave that there are also a lot of stories coming about let's talk about the transfers happening right now. Ndihabwe has now finalized his signing, and he has crossed over to the team of Chitara Football Club already. And of course, according to the reports coming here, he has put pen to paper on a one-year deal with Chitara Football Club. He's a defensive midfielder, and of course, he has become the second arrival, and that is Chitara Football Club after, of course, the defender of that is Ronald Oti, who joined the team also on one-year deal right there. My question is, why always one-year deal? Because he expected clubs to extend to at least 2 years in there. You're seeing in England people sign 5 years, 8 years. Why is it not happening in that is in Ugandan football? That's another thing. But all in all, how will this be for that is the team of Chitara Football Club?
I think it's quite a very good one because literally now, when the season closed, we did see KCCA making in headlines in there for the most active club during that time around. They're the ones that were signing in players here and there and all that. Now, I think the whole of this week and last week we have been seeing Chitara trying to be very active. Recently, we did discuss why they were going in for a certain age group of players that you brought up and all that. Basically, I think for Ndihabwe, he has made a name, and for all the clubs where he has been to, he has always had a tremendous time. He has always had positives into the various clubs that he has played for. And I think crossing over to NEC Football Club, it's going to be a good one for him. But then, to me, I still feel those Chitara has quite a number of good players. Much as their release list or those players that their contracts have expired is kind of a bit long, and I think they're trying to refill in some of the gaps over the players that could have left.
A lot of pressure could be piling because they are going to a club that is going to play in the continent, of course. After winning the Uganda Cup, now you will have to represent Uganda in the Kagame Cup, which is also one big thing that Chitara is planning for right about now. So I can tell you that Ndihabwe said he's very happy to be a part of the winning team of Chitara Football Club, and he's very happy that he will be joining the team in what is called the continental football that he will be playing. But it comes with a lot of tasks and challenges that you could be seeing coming right there. So we are waiting to see how this will be like for such a team like the team of course Chitara. Right now, as I talk, I'm told rumorly Amaku has also agreed terms to sign for 2 years. Some money which is worth around, is getting around, I think, 85 million a sign-on fee, something I think which could change his life. And then he has also a winning bonus. He is going to be getting 2 million per season, of course, I mean per month. And then he is also going to be having a bonus in case the team progresses to, that is, in fact, the team wins. He has an additional bonus of 10 million to be given to him, according to, that is, Santos, who has also put in there. And then there is also about him also, in case he scores 17 goals plus, he has also a bonus that will be given to him. So how will that mean for Marco Fred, who, of course, I'm told he's already negotiating? I mean, the deal seems to be coming soon.
I think this is something we had discussed rumorly yesterday, and if you look at all the benefits that you're just telling us that are attached to this very deal, I think this is something no Ugandan player can refuse, of course. And it's going to be quite a very good one for Marco, and it will compel him to, of course, work very hard, because most of the bonuses will come through after he has delivered, after he has, of course, worked very hard to see that the team wins, he pushes the team to win, that he gets to score in goals and all that. And basically, Amaku is also one person that we did see appeared on the score sheet there, people that were competing for the Golden Boot and all that. Yeah, they still have, he finished with very high scores and all that. So basically, I think him crossing over to Chitara, it's quite going to be a very good one. And Chitara signing in the midfielder just talked about, Ndihabwe, he becomes, of course, the second after leaving still the same Maroons, and he becomes the second after, of course, Chitara already also brought in, of course, Ronald Otai, the defender, over the whole season in there. Same defender that literally also crossed from Maroons. He was but once there, and then also seeing Ndihabwe crossing in there, and then Amaku, literally you would wonder what Chitara is up to, if they want to strip off Maroons and all that. And then a news also came through. I think why we are seeing Chitara now signing in this is because there are a lot of people that are coming through, by the way, to give them funds. Yesterday we saw an appreciation letter that came from the president of Chitara, appreciating a priest that, of course, offered them 10 million shillings and all that. Basically, a lot of people, I think, could be wondering where Chitara is getting all these monies to sign in players, very good players and all that. It's because the community around is basically coming through to appreciate them, and it's quite a very good one.
The question is, how long due will this be? Because that's one big thing that every time people will come and give you money, but how long will that be, and how long shall you make sure that this works out? I think it's a good one. But Ndihabwe is one key player. I watched him here for Royal Sports Club. Before that, he was for Sports Club Victoria. He had a very tremendous game for Victoria University. Then you did see that is for Express. He also made some stink before crossing over to Maroons Football Club and things. Of course, that's the reason I'm saying 1 year things keep making amends, and of course seeing how teams push in there. But all in all, I think it's a good one because this club has a sponsor called Janad. Of course, that is one company that invests in them and trying to push things work out for that is the team. Now, not only that, there's also cases here that have also gotten a deal according to what I'm seeing here. The man is called Sengendo, who of course has been one big one, and Mubiro probably thinks this is going to be a very good one. Now, Sengendo is a midfielder, and he's called Sharif Sengendo, aka De Wayo. Very many could be calling him, but of course he has also come along. Mubiru, there's a player called Mubiru who is also going to be one big one at that is the KCCA team. So a lot of things happening, but Mubiru is a left back and has signed a 3-year deal from that is the Rivals. I'm talking about Viper Sports Club, where of course he has played for just the last 2 seasons that have been right there. Things are not big well for him after joining UPDF, since joining from UPDF to Viper Sports Club. So these are the two, Issa Mubiru and of course Sengendo Sheriff are in the team. So KCCA still, Abdallah Mubiru is trying to shape up his team.
Quite a very good one in there because we literally know that he is one person that of course has fought so hard to see to it that the team was picked from a red zone up to where they did finish in a position number 5 in there when last season closed. So right now he now knows which people he wants to build in the team so that the team gets back to its former glory days and all that. So basically, I think adding in a couple of players plus the ones that you've actually given us is something that Mubiru is working so hard to see that KCCA is a fully built team, very rejuvenated in high gears, ready to fight for the coming season.
That is KCCA's 5th signing of the season after, of course, the acquisition of Stephen Munguchi, who also came from Gaddafi Football Club, and then the Shafiq Kiriza from Bull Football Club, and then Emmanuel Anyama, the guy from Germany who was playing at that is Karo Karunji, is a striker. He had a good stint at that is Karo Karunji last season. So KCCA have gotten him. Then the young goalkeeper, of course, Oiruth, who has also been promoted from that is the KCCA junior team to the senior team. So the academy has also tried pushing things right well for the team. But Ashraf Mugume has also renewed his contract. So you will be expecting a lot of things that probably KCCA will be doing. But of course, KCCA getting Mubiru. I think Mubiru wants to shape the team to see that it fits what exactly he can do for this country right there. The day because with Police he was very, very good. Abdallah Mubiru, he brought Police to the limelight, and of course until the team was relegated and brought in things to work out very, very well. Now when we leave that, still in the world of transfers, I can tell you that Gor Mahia has appointed the former Vipers coach. I'm talking about Neiva. Now Neiva, we saw him here. He was the of course he had been a very big one, because now Neiva goes and replaces Jonathan McNistry, the former Uganda Cranes coach, of course in there now. Leonardo Martins Neiva, remember, he had no big chance at that is Viper Sports Club before he was fired off to see that things work out well for the team. Now Neiva was sacked a few months, by the way, into Vipers stink, and was unveiled by that is a Kenyan champions yesterday, of course the first of this month, and he said a lot of things, and that is now what he is pushing. So Gor Mahia also trying to prove words here and there. But what do you expect from this man when you saw his game at that is Vipers?
I think at Vipers he didn't quite have a lot of time to prove himself and all that. I think owners of Vipers, there is Mr. Lawrence Mdindwa, is one result-oriented man. Once you come through, he gives you every other thing that you demand and expect results. So when the results are not coming, trust him. He will definitely ask you off. But the Brazilian national that you just Leonardo Martins is one key guy that of course Gor Mahia have literally unveiled, and I think this time around they are trying to also pick in a leaf from Ugandan clubs that are getting to trust in foreign coaches in there, because if you look at the teams the other side, the likes of the Gor Mahias, the rest in Nairobi, you literally find in that these are people that have not been so much into international coaches, into foreign coaches and all that. They've always trusted in their own. So I think they are now getting into honoring fixtures beyond the borders, beyond the boundaries. That's why now they feel they should go in for foreign coaches. And trusting in Leonardo in there, the Brazilian, I think it's quite going to be a good one for them if only they can exercise a little bit of patience to allow him build up the team, get acquaintances here and there, plus the players. I think he will definitely deliver based on his past experience.
Right now we're going to be seeing what exactly comes, because the Brazilian will have to do a lot to see that the team goes, and his first task is to make sure that the team becomes the defenders of this title, according to that is K. Ogola, because they want to see this works out. But at the same time, remember this team also went through to the Total CAF Champions League, so that will be also one team to be talking about into the CAF Champions League. So this coach will also have to prove to that is the owners that the team is ready to go and participate in this. So those are some of the things coming right there. But of course, at 46 years of age, he has a lot to do, and a tactician who has made his trade at that is America CF in that is Rio de Janeiro, and then of course in Brazil in 2017 he was also making a very good coaching skills in there before of course going to South Africa as of course an academy coach at that is the Platinum Stars right there. And then of course for the 2 years he had made them, he learned a lot of course before of course he coached the team of Bon Seso RJ, and then Yadanabon FC, and then Younger Africans, and also Elmerick, among other clubs that he has been there. Not forgetting Viper Sports Club in Uganda that he has proved himself also through. So what can he do? What does he? Let's wait and see whether there are changes, because Gor Mahia is just like one side that has everything that you need. They are very good. They have players. They have the money to do anything you want there. Now this is going to be the time to talk about. So Vipers, of course, had that same thing, but didn't give time, and it is patience that I think would have helped, and indeed it didn't work out for the Brazilian, where he came with Gonçalves, he came with a lot of Brazilians in the team. We saw them, and of course also left immediately after they were sacked.
I don't know if he's also going to come to the team of Gor Mahia with a few of the foreign players that he just did due to Vipers in there. Maybe we shall also see that, because there are a lot of coaches that normally move in with their players.
Yeah, so those of Carlos Angelino could be coming back. Those of Goncalo, Santos could be coming back into Gor Mahia. So let's wait and see how that would be. But of course, another interesting moment right there as we get to what exactly pushes in there. What would you always love from a coach? If you were a club owner?
Of course, results oriented is of course whatever it is that every other club owner would want from a coach. So long as you, as the club owner, you're doing your part to, of course, give the coach whatever it is, you're able to stand by the terms of your part of the agreement, where whatever it is that he demands, be it the terms, be it the payments, or any other player that he wants, so long as you're able to provide, the coach should literally also deliver, because, I mean, how would he pay you back if you've kept your part of the contract? Why wouldn't he do his? So basically, I think that is that. By the way, there is one young guy in Ugandan football who has been a student of St. Mary's Chitende, who literally finished last season with Solitilo Bright Stars in the names of Issa Bugembe. He now joins, of course, Vipers after, of course, being an OB or being a student at St. Mary's Chitende. He finished the season at Solitilo Bright Stars. Now Vipers is one side that has acquired the services of Issa Bugembe in the very young lad, 19 years old.
A very great one, of course. Vipers, I just want to say, Vipers was a serious club. I'm not saying that they're not serious. But if they were to be a very serious club, maybe they're serious, they may not be very serious, but this would be the time. I've taken my time to assess and know what exactly teams are finding out or what teams are doing in Uganda, and I came to a resolution that there's no academy in Uganda. Okay. Someone will tell me Edgar, someone will tell me Vipers, someone will tell me Proline, but I don't see the quality of academy in Uganda.
Okay.
Why am I saying that? If you look at European academy teams, they have a very different style of academy. And the difference is that this team has a moment, or this academy has a setup. It's like you are in a school to learn.
Okay.
They take you through the different sectors, just like from crawling, after crawling a baby, you're sitting and you're standing, then you're walking, and that's the thing. That's the reason why I'm saying Ugandans don't have an academy. Here they go, you go and play on a selected time. They may say you are at meeting at 2 p.m. and someone is saying, I have my academy team. Now, why am I bringing this? In academy, I was going through some good time, following online, trying to see how academies are set up. Because I have a plan that I have a vast land that can make for me a pitch and start an academy. But I wanted to know what exactly is hidden there. Now I came to find out that this is just not you having the land. It is not about you getting the players. But it's about, one, the structures. How do you put the structures? Two, academy has to be like a school. These people have to stay in hostel. Their work is only football. If you're making a football academy. A player wakes up, or this child wakes up knowing I'm waking up to kick the ball, I'm waking up to learn football. Theoretically, practically. Mindset change. School is another thing, like these other schools now, you just go and have there, but you know you're coming back to the dormitory. Then football again. And that is what is there. That's why you're seeing, why we say, how do the Ronaldos control? How does the Swans? So they were picked young and grew up knowing that this is how it's supposed to be. Someone will shoot without even looking at the post, but it's a goal. Because they're used to, they started practicing that from the childhood
academies
up to where they have reached.
Okay.
Someone is praising now Phil Foden. He was just a mere ball boy at Man City, but learned from there. academy. So now that is why I'm saying we don't have academies in Uganda. People have small kids club, whereby, or kids clubs, whereby you just get a chance to make sure that you can have times allocated for these players. Right now, I'm in a project that they want me to. I'm affiliated to an agency that wants me to get for them, or that wants our agency to get for them players. And we're like, which type of players do you need? Now, this club, the people from Italy are like, we need players who are young and the age is 4 years. Now, just see, because they're saying 4 years is where they can start changing the mindset, you learning, and that is now when I am like, okay, this is serious. So I think we need to learn. We need to enter deep. For those who want to do the football sports, you need to, the football business, you need to go deeper. But it comes with the costs.
A lot of cost, yeah.
That's why I'm saying I think my land there should be for farming, because I won't afford. So unless an investor comes and says, let me start from there. But now, it's very hard, very complicated. You need to feed these people, you need to pay the coaches, you need to make sure they feed well. Their mindset is about game. So that's why I'm saying that, but all in all, I want to, with due apologies to those who believe they have academies. I want to tell them that I'm sorry. We don't have academies in Uganda. Edgar, where people say, has it even, you will see that they only go, people go and they are not, you always take there your child on a certain day. I think normally it's on weekends, they play, come back. And you say, my child is in Edgar's academy, which is a good one. That's one of the big names that right now you can talk about. I love what is going in there. So those are some of the things. But all in all, I want to start with another change that we shall be coming back to talk about how Ugandan things have changed, because we are coming to talk about the rugby sevens. Sports here is not only football. A lot of things that will be coming. So let's take a break. We'll be right back to give you more of the interesting details about other sports. And this time around, rugby is one big story that we want to talk about after pool one, and I mean after circuit one or pool one ended. What next? We said pool two was coming, and where does Uganda lie is the question that we shall be coming. Owen Ezaga, Linda Susie.